The Championship Academy agent in such action due to the roof of the stadium and possibly arrested. I'd like to welcome tonight's match officials. Please welcome referee Sergei Diamanchuk, assistant referee Nicholas Bosser, assistant referee Sarah Gaddis, and our fourth official this evening is John Rush. And Miami FC, please welcome their captain, number 4, Nicholas Cardona. In goal, number 31, Felipe Rodriguez. Number 6, Samuel Bayek. Number 11, Frank Lopez. Number 13, Dalton Newton. Number 14, Daniel Jacob Barber. Number 15, Rajiv Lorana. Number 17, Khalid Balgan. Number 23, Rocco Gonzano. Number 29, Alejandro Vitrono. And number 99, Alan Gavilanes. Miami FC led by head coach Antonio Lucerino with assistant coach Giovanni Troyes.
A little over an hour ago, and just 2 days removed from the 4th of July, the skies opened up and it was miserable. Rain, lightning, you name it, lightning right on top of us. But now it's cleared out, and guess what? We are ready for WakeMed Soccer Park and USL Championship action. You take a look at the standings, and you see North Carolina FC sitting at 9th. If they can get 3 against the bottom of the table, Miami FC, they'll jump right back up to the top 8, which make the USL Championship playoffs out of each conference. Hello, everybody. Alongside the great Andrew Tate, I'm Dean Linke, and look, North Carolina FC coming off a tough loss against Charleston, but they got a team in Miami dead last. They got to get 3 points here. Yeah, and if only football was like that, Dean, right? It's never quite as straightforward as you want. Obviously, for North Carolina, they had a tough game on the road at Charleston last week, but they'll be looking to bounce back today. Miami, winless in 9. They'll be hoping to try and make sure that it doesn't go to 10. John Bradford has an interesting formation, but right at the tip of that is Evan Conway. Yeah, Evan Conway for me has been a real bright spark this season. One of the incoming new players this season. He's got 4 goals in 12 games. He's a player that can do it all, left, right foot, get him behind. And he's going to be a player today that's going to lead the line, and a lot of the chances are hopefully going to fall to him. It's been a tough season for Miami, but one player in particular has been pretty good. Yeah, Alan Gavilanes, real bright spark for them. He's got 5 goals when he's the leading goal scorer on the team, which is not great coming from midfield. You need some more contributors out there. But he's a player that if they're going to do something positive in the attack today, everything will go through Alan Gavilanes. All right, so it's going to end up only being about a 40-minute delay. We'll have USL Championship action coming up on ESPN+. North Carolina FC hosting Miami FC. The lineups and the kick when we return.
With a family like that to take care of, the two of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the two of you.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it alpaca.
Rain, lightning, and now a rainbow over yonder as we get ready for North Carolina FC and Miami FC with the great Andrew Tate. I'm Dean Linke. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for John Bradford's North Carolina FC team. Interesting lineup, different kind of formation.
Yeah, just seeing that one sort of attacking player drop out with Olex Anderson dropping to the bench. Ezra Armstrong, a player who's been a real ever-present this year and a bright spark on the flank. He misses out through suspension after picking up 2 yellow cards in the road match away at Charleston. So a little bit of a tweak there. 2 players coming in. Rafa Mensingen comes back in, and we'll see Ja'Cory Hayes coming into that midfield.
Well done, Andrew. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Miami FC.
And former Italy international Antonio Nocerino goes in search of that first win in 10 games. It's been a real tough streak for them. They make 4 changes with Knutson, Balogun, Biek and Muchera coming in to a team really going to try and do everything they can to get 3 points today here in Cary.
Yeah, you mentioned Miami FC. They're led by a legend.
Absolutely, yeah. I was just talking to Brian Ware in the open there, Dean. He was reminding me of a painful moment where he scored a penalty against England in the 2012 Euros. So he's a player with 15 caps for his country, great pedigree, played for such great clubs as Juventus, AC Milan. He even stopped by London and played for West Ham. So he's a player of great talent. He played in Orlando City as well. So a player with a wealth of experience. And if you're going to look to anybody, you look to him for some advice.
I'd still like a 1v1 matchup with him and John Bradford, though.
But John Bradford, I don't think, had the career that Antonio Nocerino did, but he's a player of real talent, I can tell you that. Get him in the crossbar challenge, Dean, he could probably beat Antonio Nocerino. But a man really doing a real good job here in Cary, getting his team going, continuing to improve the club, and hopefully today will be another promising performance for the home team.
All right, that sets the table for North Carolina FC out in their home blues. And Miami FC in their visiting orange. North Carolina FC, again, in their all blue. Miami FC in their orange. Brewer. Andrew Tate, congratulations to your 3 Lions in the Euros. Exciting penalty kick victory. I was watching along and rooting along with you.
Thank you, Dean. Yeah, we need all the help we can get at the moment, Dean. It's been a bit of a struggle to get to where we are, but you know, it's probably not the performances we're looking for, but it's a results game. Survive and advance, and I've kind of put a lot of slander on France over the past few tournaments, and they just find a way of getting it done, Dean. So. If we win the tournament, I don't think anyone will complain about how we played at the end of it.
This is one of those exciting weekends. We had one last weekend as well, where both the men's team and the women's team will play at WakeMed Soccer Park tomorrow afternoon. The women will be here. Shaft Brewer reminding you that Ezra Armstrong did get 2 yellows. That Charleston game that we talked about in the open, North Carolina FC on the road led 2-0. And then Ezra Armstrong got the yellow, and just kind of a series of unfortunate events and the 5-2 loss.
Yeah, it was a really proper game. We talk about game of 2 halves, right? You hear that all the time. But yeah, it was promising. It just kind of fell apart at the end there, and 5-2 I don't think really shows the full competitive nature of that game. It really glossed over what was a great second half comeback from Charleston, who are a really good team, and they've been seeking out a win, and it's a big 3 points for them, and disappointing end to North Carolina of what was a really good first 45. I think Ezra Armstrong was a little bit harshly done to as well with that second yellow card that led to the red.
Martin over to Washington. Brewer. Brewer gets a chance with Armstrong.
Great rainbow there, Dean.
Yeah, really great rainbow. I kind of had an expensive week. I might run that one down, see what's on the end of it. 4 minutes in.
Really interesting conditions now. We had the pouring rain, the storms, the lightning, the humidity before that, Dean. Now there's like steam coming off the field and a giant rainbow in the sky. So not sure what that means for the football that we're going to get in front of us.
Throw in from Miami. Look, our club's even been there. It's tough when you're at the bottom of the standings and you're halfway through the season. You feel like there's still a chance to maybe come back and make something happen, but you know, I always mention that human nature. I mean, eventually the losing starts to get to you a little bit, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly a lack of confidence, I think, showing at the moment for Miami. Just looking at where they are, though, they're only 10 points, Dean, off of 8th place, though. So, you know, it's not a completely, you know, you just got to get up from 12th to 8th. I don't think it's an impossible task, but at the moment for Miami, you just want to get the next game, and this one's the big one today. Get 3 points today, start putting some results together, but they're certainly in a rut, and that first goal that went in the last home game against Detroit, you could just see it was like a pack of cards, Dean, and once the goal went in, confidence and all the things that you've worked on in training just start to ebb away.
Meanwhile, for North Carolina FC, I know I mentioned it a little bit as you broke down the lineup, which was awesome for both teams, but especially for North Carolina FC, Maldonado, I mean, they basically have 3 holding mids in the middle. I hope that means Martin will get a little bit more involved offensively. Right now, what it means is they're breaking our lines for North Carolina FC. This is top and a big-time opportunity. I mean, they went right down Main Street there.
Yes. Reminds me a lot of watching England right there, Dean. You could just see there was problems with too many players thinking somebody else is doing the job. Gavilanes, great first touch, sets himself, left foot, guides it towards that top corner, and it kisses the crossbar. Great effort there from Gavilanes. But yeah, as you talked about, those 3 holding mids, slightly different setup in that midfield. Sometimes there can be too many cooks in the kitchen there, and all 3 of them kind of getting caught out in that change of possession, that breaking lines. There's an attacking lineup from Antonio Nocerino today. That on loan Khalid Balogun starting up top with Frank Lopez and Gavilanes in behind. So he's certainly going in search of those goals. Defending's not been their strong suit, so he's trying to add some goals to get the result.
Really good work by Conway to earn this dangerous free kick and a yellow card as well. Conway had 4 orange jerseys around him.
And here we'll see it again. Great turn from Conway. Great little flick behind the leg. Dalton Knutson claims he's got the ball there, but gets a lot of Conway. And this is a free kick in a really promising position. I think some of the NCFC players will be hard-pressed to try and get that ball from Luis Perez. I think he's got that one clutched very closely to his chest.
Free kick opportunity. Maldonado, Rafa, Brewer. That's Perez. I think Perez is most interested. Maldonado. What are you going with, Andrew? Perez? Yes! deflected, it'll be a corner kick. No, they'll say off of. No, they will say a corner kick. Corner kick coming from North Carolina FC.
Yeah, that was going to be Louis Perez all day, I felt there.
All right, fans, let's make some noise for the boys on this Alpaca.
That ball's heading towards the far post there. Felipe Rodriguez delighted to see it flick wide harmlessly. And Maldonado in the earlier fixture between these two teams down in Florida, Dean, he whipped one in from this angle, so see if he can do it again.
Maldonado picked up by Miami FC. Brewer defensively. Well done. The transition is on off the corner kick. Rafa.
And to be clear on that, Dean, he whipped it in to the top corner. So it was an Olympico, I think you refer to it as, I think in play-by-play terms.
Wait, the England-Switzerland game late in added time, wasn't there? Almost one.
Oh, yeah, off the crossbar, yeah. Dean, I've tried to block some of these dark moments out. Please don't make me relive them again.
I'm sorry. You won, man.
I know, but
it's
it's torturous, Dean. Honestly, it's torturous. It is not. It's nice to just. It's the bit between the games I think I enjoy the most. The build-up, the enjoyment, the hope. But then the 90 minutes or whatever you get after is just torture.
It's literally made everybody I know pull for England in a way that I've never heard before. Here's Conway. Over to Martin. Not even sure why he spun around. Hayes back over. It's like they're trying to add a degree of difficulty to scoring goals. I'm not quite sure what Martin did there.
Yeah, it was on a plate for him. Got to work the goalkeeper in that position. It was good play. Capitalised on the mistake. But yeah, you don't want to be wasteful and give Miami FC, the visitors, any chance or any sniff here. You want to snuff out that confidence, any hope, and get them on the back foot.
Wow, that's a pretty good ball. And kind of lucky it's only a yellow. I mean...
And shouts from the Miami bench that he was the last offender.
Yeah.
I think 9 times out of 10 you're going to give a yellow card in that situation just because of the angle, but it was a great raking ball over the top of the centre-back there from Knudsen. And Paco Craig just clumsily catches Frank Lopez, who's a real live wire up top. Obviously where the ball was travelling, I think I can understand the referee's decision, but Paco Craig can think himself a little bit lucky there. On another day, a different official, he could have been staring at red.
So players still down for Miami FC.
This is a problem for Miami at the moment. Frank Lopez, a real key part of the attack for Miami. Antonio Nocerino scratching his head down below us at the moment. Hoping and praying that Lopez is okay. For a coach, when you've worked all week in training with your front two of Balogun and Lopez, Gavilano supplying behind, you want to make sure that he's able to go, and looks like he's going to give it a go.
All right, so here we go. Miami FC over the ball. Everybody jammed in. 4 yards off the 6. McGuire, the goalkeeper for North Carolina FC. No score. Sent in, little flick, far post, Batista. Miami FC elects to keep it in bounds. Sends it back in, it's loose. And now a chance to go the other way. Brewer. Maldonado. Back over to Brewer. Started to talk about the fact with Ezra Armstrong with the 2 yellows, Nelson Flores Blanco loaned away. So good opportunity for Shaft Brewer Jr., Andrew Tate.
Yeah, absolutely. Not seen him start consecutive games, I don't think, too many times this season, Dean. So scored a big goal as well on the road at Charleston. Unlikely goal scorer, so he's growing in confidence, and he'll want to nail down that starting position today with a big performance.
Nice work by Miami FC to get out of trouble, but they just send it long to Batista, who finds McGuire. Now Shaft Brewer Jr. Ooh, plays it to himself. Turns out to be a pretty good move. Thought maybe he was going to go up the sideline, Andrew, but I guess he didn't have the angle. Craig gets it over to Martin. Perez down. Conway. So close.
Yeah, the look on Evan Conway's face says it all. They can't believe that it's drifted wide. But this is what we wanted to see, Dean, from Luis Perez. I think with those 3 industrious midfielders in there today, kind of a bit more release and life from Luis Perez, and he does everything right there. Rolls it for Conway, and agonizingly wide there for the front man. Another good early opportunity for the home team.
So 17 minutes in. Read perfectly there by Paco Craig. He's got that broken thumb. Cast. Looks like it's not quite as big as it was. Maybe I'm delusional there, but still wearing the cast. All right, 17 minutes in. Hayes to Maldonado. Over to Martin. Now Rafa. Rafa back to Martin. And it's going to roll out of bounds. So, Andrew Tate, while you were waxing poetically, I have to admit, I couldn't hear what you were saying. It was just a little technical glitch, but I have a new appreciation for the amazing work that Kyle Lang and Joe Ferrara and all those guys do, because I was hearing them cut to every camera and everything else. It's amazing what they do, seriously.
They invited you into their world for a little while there, Dean. I'm a little jealous. They're like a different language.
What they don't realize is I'm not equipped to handle all of that.
with a malfunction, a brain malfunction.
They are. This is trouble here, and it's going to be a score. A mistake in the back, and Miami FC has done it. So Miami FC, Balogun gets the goal, and I mean, put a bow on it. You saw the rainbow early. Gift wrap that one, right?
We were talking about malfunctions, weren't we? That was a defensive malfunction right there. It's just a hopeful hoik forward, I believe, from Lopez, and then Batista gets his touch all wrong. He thinks he's passed it back to Maguire. Maguire thinks he's just trying to control it, and it's right in that no man's land, and Balogun's not waiting around. His first start for his new club, Miami FC, on loan from Lexington. Latches onto it, dinks it over the goalkeeper, and gives the visitors, Miami FC, a 1-goal lead here in Carey.
Right side over to Craig. Now Rafa. He says play on.
18th minute of play, number 17, Kelly Balogun.
Miami FC with a 1-0 lead. So lightning, rain, delay. Well done by the crew here in the town of Cary to get us back on schedule. This game was scheduled for 7:30 because of the fireworks. So really, 40-minute delay. I mean, Andrew Tate, I've been here since 2007. We've had some long delays. 40 minutes is nothing. I'll take that every day.
Absolutely. It was a heck of a storm too. I think the roads turned into rivers. Some very treacherous conditions. We talk about it raining a lot in England, Dean, but it doesn't rain like back there like it does here. Like waterfalls. Positive start for the visitors, though. Miami FC, they got let off the hook with a few chances that the home team have had, but I think Antonio Nocerino will be really pleased with just the way his team have sort of settled in, capitalised on that mistake, and they'll be hoping that their confidence can grow from there.
Be a throw in for Brewer Jr. Perez, now Hayes. Hayes plays it back to Washington. North Carolina FC played a ball right at the top of the 6, couple yards out to Colin Martin. I think it was in front of the penalty spot. And left foot, right foot, whatever he wanted to do, ended up spinning all the way around and really didn't get a good shot off. And they may rule the day. I mean, I feel like based on that play and some of the other sequences we've seen, although this is a little sloppy here. I mean, North Carolina FC has what it takes to get back in this game, but I mean, I used the word already, the gift wrap of a goal. We'll take another look at that goal, next dead ball opportunity, just to kind of see what happened one more time. The throw in right now. Minutes in. Miami FC with a 1-0 lead. They get it out wide. Hayes from distance is missing. I don't mind that shot, though, Andrew. I don't know if you do. Miami FC with a 1-0 lead. Let's take a look at how it happened.
Yeah, it's just a hopeful ball forward. Just a really loose, lackadaisical touch from Batista. Actually, it looks like he is trying to pass it, but he cushions it too little. Maguire's not sure. They're just on different pages. Balogun's not waiting around. He pounces on the loose ball, dinks the goalkeeper. Opportunistic strike from the visitors. And just what Khalid Balogun needed on his full debut for Miami FC.
That one will go out of bounds and come back to Maguire. Well, you could see Batista had a lot to say to Maguire, basically about come out and scoop. That's the way I took his kind of movement. Come out and scoop it. Come out. Get all the way up to the top of the 18 and pick it up.
Well, I think if he's trying to pass it back, the referee's going to deem it as a pass back. It's going to be an indirect free kick, but it would have been better. That would have been better than giving up the goal. But either way, someone's just got to deal. Right. Someone's just got to deal with it. That's the problem. It was a hopeful ball. It wasn't like it was anything special, and that'll be the most frustrating thing for head coach John Bradford. But we talked about it before the game. You look at this, Miami rolling in, not 1 in 9 games, just 1 point out of 27 available. You're rolling into North Carolina. North Carolina looking at trying to get in the playoffs, and it looks and points in one direction, but football's a funny old game, as they say.
Yeah, you know, based on Batista and the way he was moving there, maybe he thought he was going to get a flyer on kind of the collision, and you're right. I mean, it's a pass back, so he can't do that. That was a nasty tackle.
I think for me, Dean, as a defender there, you just don't take any chances. You just sling your foot through it and slice it out of bounds for a throw and ask questions later.
That's fair.
Here we see the strong tackle from Biek right through the back of Ja'Cory Hayes. 6-on-6 there.
Dude, that's a yellow card in my mind. I mean, that's not one leg, but 2 legs, then the ball. No?
When we saw the yellow card flashed earlier, so look, some of the refereeing inconsistencies that you see. I think based on that tackle, Dalton Knutson can think himself very harshly done to with that yellow card given for the earlier foul on the top of the box.
Sent all the way in. Headed out first. Here's Batista. Would love to get one back. Hayes will give it to Brewer. Now Perez. Balogun with the goal. It's 1-0 Miami FC on top of North Carolina FC. Martin over to Hayes. Brewer. Perez. Martin drops it off. Conway! Little spillage from the goalkeeper, Felipe Rodriguez from Uruguay.
That's good play from North Carolina. Perez feeds Martin. Martin with a great little layoff to Conway. Hits the shot straight at Rodriguez. He fumbled it a little bit, but reacted well to the loose ball. But that's better from North Carolina. We're back at it there.
Tell you what, Miami's starting to play with some confidence. I like some of their touches. That was a really good touch there by Biek, the German. Speaking of Uruguay, it's Uruguay-Brazil in just a little bit of time, right? Tonight, out in Vegas. I think King Jorge Acuna is out there for that game.
I can't keep up, Dean. There's so much football on TV at the moment.
Pretty sure that's 9 o'clock tonight. See if Brian Ware can give you a thumb up on that down there.
I can confirm it. Colombia getting a big win over Panama, 5-0.
How about Canada?
Yeah. Jesse Marsh looking like a very hot property at the moment, leading the Canadians into the semi-finals. And for that reward, you get to play against Argentina. Congratulations.
Hey, anything's possible,
It
though,
is.
like you said before. Hayes slides in.
It's a little bit of retribution, isn't it, for the early one between those two? Referee consistent, though, on that issue.
I'll give you that. He was consistent because both times it was double leg. That was a good sliding tackle coming in from Martin. Here's Hayes. All right, I got to get caught up on sponsor reads as I was having a little bit of audio issues earlier that might take me a month to recover from. Here's Martin. Martin down the middle.
He's going to be twitching later, Dean, I think. Just
over to Conway.
Cut to camera 2.
No, I mean, I absolutely love this crew, and I think they're fantastic, but just not that much. Just kidding, Joe. You're the man. 30 minutes. Perez. Perez. Was that deflected? It'll be a corner kick. The competition is heating up this summer on CBS. Sacramento Republic FC look for revenge against the red-hot Oakland Roots SC on Sunday, July 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern. And on August 3rd at 4 p.m., surging Detroit City FC hosts newcomer Rhode Island FC for the first time as the USL Summer of Soccer continues on the CBS network. We'll have a whole lot more on the Summer of Soccer coming up at halftime and more great insight into USL Championship from our top research man, Brian Ware. There's Maldonado. Curving running around. He did it before. Why not try it again? It turns into a really good ball trying to find a diving Martin. You know, and I told you, Andrew, the one thing that when they told me about the lineup and how it was going to work with the 3 holding midfielders, that maybe it would mean we'd see more offense from Martin, and I think we have.
Yeah, he's certainly been released, hasn't he? It looks like Hayes and Maldonado are going to be kind of the double pivot there with Martin and Perez supporting Conway. He's got himself into some good positions, and I think both he and everyone else here would have expected a little bit more bang for their buck, especially a player of his quality. That was a great ball in, and he was in the right spot at the right time, but didn't get the connection he needed.
Well done by Batista to deal with Balogun. Play it back to Batista. Looking for Martin, but taken away by Miami FC. Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Miami FC with a 1-0 lead. McGuire can pick that one up. Yeah, the biggest message coming at halftime is, you know, I think a lot of people are thinking Summer of Soccer and Copa America, the Euros, and everything else going on, but it's about the fact that USL has stepped up their game with a really impressive TV package that is out of this world, Andrew. Just great for the league.
Yeah, absolutely. There's big games on everywhere you look. I think just last night I was checking out Indy and Rhode Island, and 6-goal thriller there. Just mouth-watering games everywhere you look.
So Brewer Jr., before he played it in, the whistle there from the referee. I'm not certain what the call was there. Were they saying Conway was grabbing a jersey or what?
Yeah, something going on in the box there between a defender and a forward. couldn't quite put my finger on it there. I think Evan Conway was struggling to figure it out as well.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XMFC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XMFC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Goalkeeper taking a sweet time here with a 1-0 lead. North Carolina FC beat this team 4-0 earlier in the season. 4-zip.
Yeah, they had to be patient, though, on that day, Dean. I think they created a lot of chances, North Carolina, but the goals sort of came thick and fast towards the end of that encounter.
Craig did a good job picking that off. Now here's Martin.
Yeah, all 4 goals for North Carolina on that day, Dean, coming in the second half.
Series history, these two teams actually played each other in 2016 and 2017, back when the Railhawks took a little dip in the NASL. NCFC leads the series after 9 games, 3 wins, 2 losses, and 4 draws. As we just mentioned, they beat Miami 4-0 earlier this season. Conway, Anderson, Maldonado, and DaCosta all with goals. Maldonado with that incredible Olympico that Mr. Tate mentioned earlier. Miami last won on August 15, 2017 in Cary, back in the NASL. 35 minutes in.
Don't know about you, Dean, but Antonio Nocerino is full value for his entertainment. Watching him coach on the sideline, I mean, so passionate. Every little detail. In true Italian style, very animated, I think is the way I'd describe it.
Yeah, he's fun. He doesn't sit down very often either, does he?
No. And for a player like Alan Gavilanes to be learning from someone with 15 caps for Italy and a real clever midfielder in his time.
All right, so we'll come back to North Carolina FC. Sergei Demyanchuk, the man in the middle, referee. As we often do when North Carolina FC plays, the train comes running through. Part of the reason why the original name was the Railhawks. Here's Hayes. Hayes took a long distance shot earlier. Brewer trying to slice and dice a bit. Perez on his right foot. Right at the goalkeeper, Rodriguez.
And Miami doing a really good job of sort of defending the box. There's not a lot of space in there for Brewer. You see him here jinking and dancing, trying to get a cross off, but there's loads of space at the top of the box. They find Perez on his weaker foot and fires straight at Rodriguez.
High press coming here from North Carolina FC. Down a goal. Some of you wondered why we still are in the 37th minute. There was about a 40-minute delay. Lightning, I mean, we did not have to question the 8 mile, which I think is the rule. Maybe it's more than that, I don't know, but that Lightning was right on top of us. And Andrew, you said maybe it'll help cool things down a little bit. And it's done that a little bit, at least where we are. It feels pretty good.
Feels a lot better than it did this afternoon, Dean, I'll tell you that. Still a little steamy and sticky, but
yeah,
I think for the players, they'll be thankful for the storms. Because I was concerned for us up here, Dean, let alone the guys running around on the field.
38th minute. NCFC 4-6-6, sitting at 18 points. Rhode Island getting 1 point yesterday to move 1 point ahead of them in that all-important 8th spot. Top 8 teams this time around. 12 teams in each conference, Eastern and Western. 16 teams make the playoffs. This is more danger coming from Miami FC. well defensively by Washington. And Conway is fouled. NCFC 20 goals for, 20 allowed. I haven't asked John Bradford how he feels about that stat line. I mean, I guess that's not terrible. Dead even? I mean, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. Average, Dean. Average.
Okay.
Yeah, it's...
You want it more like 2011 type thing?
Yeah, just the consistency of it. Like, obviously, that's massively balanced out probably by the 5 goals they gave up last week, you know.
On the other side, Miami, 2-13-2. 17 goals for, 38 against.
Yeah, you can tell where their problems are.
No problems right now, though. They have a 1-0 lead. Feeling pretty good about themselves as they rip it away from Brewer. Pretty good squared pass. I mean, to me, the energy in the team in orange is looking pretty sharp. This is the goal scorer who was able to fight through Batista and beat McGuire. And a sliding tackle off. Batista and Balogun are going at it. They are going at it.
Yeah, you've got the rangy, athletic frame of Batista and the power and strength of Balogun. Great defending, though, from Batista. Gives the forward the stare down afterwards as well.
eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Sorry, Andrew, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, I wasn't saying anything, dude.
40th minute. It'll be a throw in. Balogun, oh, love that ball. Tap back over. I love that ball. I love sharp angled balls that are in the 18 that can make something happen right there.
Yeah, it's a great ball and an even better touch from Frank Lopez. Just didn't quite get the support or the layoff that he needed there, because that was a real bright moment for Miami FC, who at the moment looked likely to get the next goal.
Martin. Rafa Metzigan trying to make a run. And you saw there, he knew he was not going to get to it. Metzigan's got a tremendous engine, but he has put a lot of minutes. He did have that little break when he had his baby not that long ago.
So the quiet game today, though, just not a lot really come down that right side. Just touches for Paco Craig. Rafa Metzigan, not really seen him involved either. A lot of it's been down this near side here, right down in front of us. And
wow, there's another nifty little move. It's 3-on-3 at the moment. Creates a good shot, but right to McGuire. Wow, Miami FC is looking fresh out there.
Frank Lopez, real live wire. He's been around this league a long time, 29-year-old Cuban.
Miami winless in their last 9 games. Their last win came against San Antonio, where Nelson Flores Blanco now plays, and that was on April 27th. And CFC, here's Martin trying to find Perez, who leads the team in key passes, 32 coming into this game, and tied for the team in assists with 3. He got it from Martin, who's kind of the conductor, leads the team in passes, and nearly 90% accuracy, as Martin will give it over to Perez. Perez had it for a moment, taken back by Miami FC. Wow, if the scoreline stays 1-0, Andrew, take me inside of what you think John Bradford will be saying to the lads in the locker room.
I think you could probably hear what he's going to say from a few doors down, Dean, to be honest. I think just he'll be really disappointed that they've been off colour, I would say, Dean. Just that sort of lackadaisical nature in front of goal. So he'll be he'll be on about them not to make sure they don't concede another, because that'll be the concern, is as they try to press to get the next goal, Miami FC look dangerous on the counter-attack. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see potentially one of those holding midfielders sacrificed. We've got Alex Anderson Jr., the pace and energy that he will bring, so I expect to see him at some point in the second half. But he'll just be wanting the ball moved quicker, a little bit more intent, a little bit more clinical nature to them, because they've been wasteful today.
Boy, almost at the same time you said one of the holding midfielders, and Hayes does not look comfortable at all.
We'll see it again. Bayek gets the ball, but just the momentum of Hayes gets clattered into. I don't think there's anything wrong with the tackle. He's up and moving around. The USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings.
North Carolina FC using the Hayes injury as a bit of a hydration break. As we're in minute 45. I'm going to go with 3.
I'm going to go 4, Dean.
Okay, that's fair. We're talking about added time.
Fans, the full visuals indicate will be a minimum of 4 minutes of added time, presented by Town Properties. Town Properties is proud to provide homeowner and condo association management to over 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. Learn more at townproperties.com.
So, 4 minutes of added time. Brought to you by Town Properties. Town Properties is proud to provide homeowner and condo owner association management to more than 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. Learn more at Town with an E, TOWNE, properties.com. 4 minutes. Andrew Tate, as always, A+.
Plenty of time to craft another good look at goal here.
Hayes. Rafa, they'll play advantage. Rafa did get clipped. Brewer denied. They come back and check on Rafa. They may give a card. And it will be a yellow card as Rafa gets clipped right above the ankle. That may be a little bit of compensation for playing the advantage there. And once Brewer put it over in a good attacking spot, it's not going to be able to pull it back again, right?
You know, you can only play advantage for so long. Cardona, though, picks up his 8th yellow card of the season, Dean, so he'll be missing the next game, the captain for Miami.
Miami yellow in added time to number 4.
So he'll be a loss, but he won't be thinking about that just yet. Trying to make sure Rafa Mensingham wasn't getting away from him there, and he certainly did that.
Glad the rain went away, as I was worried about my main man, Larry McLean, down there. Seems to be all right. He said, no matter how much rain there is, if I don't come home with a paycheck, I can't come home. Larry's my man. Give me a thumbs up, Larry. All right. Sent back in by Miami. Ooh. They got some big boys. Miami does. And got their head on it. Was that Balogun again?
Yeah, I think that sums up the first half, I think, for North Carolina there. Just a hopeful ball that should be goalkeepers all day long.
Rafa Mentz again.
And it almost turns into disaster. Just a moment that shouldn't even be a thing. That's the type of indecision and, like I said, just not fully at the races today. The standards they've set.
That's pretty well said. Yep, pretty well said. You took that one play and kind of summed up the first 45. And if you're John Bradford, you need to completely turn that summary upside down in the second half. It'll be a throw-in. Rafa with a banger and a big-time save from the young man from Uruguay. Flying high in the air, Rodriguez. Boy, Rafa hit that one really sweet.
Didn't he just? Catches all of it. It's flying into the top corner. Well, hats off to Felipe Rodriguez there. Save of the week winner. I'm crowning him already, Dean. That was a phenomenal save at a crucial point in this first half.
Got a lot of pushing and shoving going on. Now the referee will get in the middle of it. A big-time save. That will make the highlight reel, put together by the great Ian Lang. Joe Ferrara producing, Ryan Lutz, Ryan Moeller, Tanner King, Ethan Ferrara, Brian Ware, Larry McLean, Daniel Bentley. Full security detail to where you're not even allowed to approach him. Colin Thrash, also part of the crew. Corner kick coming. Left foot. A lot of jersey grabbing. I mean, Andrew, if you really dissected corner kicks at this level and higher, I mean, it's both teams that are grabbing jerseys all the time, right? As that'll be the whistle. Quick thought here with a 1-0 lead for Miami FC at Wake Med Soccer Park over North Carolina FC.
Yeah, just off-colour first 45 for the home team. Had chances, should have scored probably 1 or 2 goals, but they've let the visitors off the hook and they've paid the price for it with a real opportunistic strike from Khalid Balogun on his full debut. 1-0.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll take a look at upcoming schedules. And then a little bit later in halftime, we'll talk about all the TV coverage, the USL Championship and USL different levels we'll get. But right now, it's Miami FC 1, North Carolina FC 0.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
And now, your Children's Hospital. Pediatric anesthesia, surgery, behavioral health, cardiology, emergency care, endocrinology, ENT, gastroenterology, imaging, inpatient medicine, intensive care, neonatology, orthopedics, physical rehab, primary care, pulmonology and sleep medicine, urgent care, urology, weight management, Wake Med Children's.
Kids will be kids. We will be here.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa, with sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Wake Med Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina, where after a 40-minute delay, they got rolling. We're at the half now, and Miami FC, the bottom of the table in the Eastern Conference, with a 1-0 lead over North Carolina FC, as we're enjoying this extended 4th of July weekend with each and every one of you. Hello again, everybody. I'm Dean. He's Andrew, and Boy, John Bradford, you said we probably could hear him if we weren't on the air right now, and he's going to have to be strong with his message, Andrew.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's an off-colour first 45 minutes for the home team. Their standards they've set, they haven't hit them. They created some chances, but they let their visitors into it, and Miami FC grew in confidence as a result of that. Got the opportunity, had a few of the good looks, and I think they're full value for the 1-0 lead, to be honest.
I love that you said Miami FC grew in confidence, because they did, and if they can bring that in the second half, they could steal some big-time points here.
Yeah, it's a precarious position to be in. You never want to give a team a one-goal lead, and now the danger is for North Carolina as they push to try and get the next goal, and hopefully more than one. They leave themselves open on the counter-attack. I think that's where Miami could be dangerous.
All right, well said. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedules for both teams, North Carolina FC and Miami FC.
Yeah, for North Carolina, they don't get any easier. Big trip to Sacramento, then back here for a game against Detroit. Rhode Island, who just can't stop tying teams at the moment, and then tough trip to Orange County, and then at home against Colorado Springs. For Miami, they've got a back to Miami for a game against Rhode Island, and then Charleston, Loudoun, and El Paso on the road with Oakland Roots at home. So Miami looking to get 3 points today and then try and get that run going from there.
All right, we got a lot more to cover, so we're going to take a break and then come back and just flood you with all kinds of great news from the USL, including big-time TV news, the Summer of Soccer, USL style. Miami FC leads it at the half, 1-0 over North Carolina FC.
New flavors. The same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador. Spiked Bebidas.
Gonna be Danny Griffin! Oh, that's a wonderful captain's goal for the Riverhounds! Vincent Front! No! Michi Angelina!
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL. You can see it in my eyes. Only want the best. Anybody never lie. Won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky. Got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
Score here at Wake Met Soccer Park, kind of a shocker. Miami FC 1, North Carolina FC 0. A lot of games going on in USL Championship, so we'll check the scoreboard and we'll check the standings. We're going to cover a lot this segment. I think you'll enjoy it. We'll see some of the scores going on.
Yeah, it's a big week of games. Loudoun kind of keeping their run going. A big win against Hartford. New Mexico really strong in the West with a big win against Orange County. Sacramento coming up short against Las Vegas. Tulsa losing. Charleston Battery keeping their run going. Lots of big results coming in. And then you see the scores as well there. Detroit and Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh losing at home to Monterey Bay. Real disappointing run there on at the moment. And then some big games coming up. Oakland Roots, Louisville City, Orange County and Memphis. Lots more soccer to watch this weekend.
All right, so let's look at both standings. We came on the air showing you the Eastern Conference standings. We'll do it again, mainly take a look at 9 and 12. As right now, Miami FC 11 points, and, you know, there's plenty of time. I mean, Andrew, it's so funny being an England fan. You've actually been very optimistic, even for Miami, so that's awesome. But North Carolina FC needs to get it together, because if they can get 3, they'll be at 21.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's the thing. It's so early in the season. Everyone's got a chance to do whatever they want to do with the season. So for Miami, it's important that they break that run they're on at the moment and start catapulting themselves at the table.
Big game coming up against Sacramento for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, and Sacramento, they had a bit of a patchy run recently. New Mexico, the team that just continue to grind out results. We saw them here. They weren't amazing, but they're just getting the job done. 34 points, 6-point lead over Sacramento.
Well, this week began the USL Summer of Soccer, where the USL Championship and USL League One featured 15 national TV broadcasts across CBS, CBS Sports Network, and ESPN2. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule. There are 2 big matches scheduled on CBS. First, on July 21st, it's a Northern California derby between Oakland and Sacramento. Then on August 30th, Detroit City hosts Rhode Island in a key Eastern Conference matchup. Andrew, what other matchups grab your attention?
Yeah, it's a really good question, Dean. You know, you got the defending title winners, Phoenix Rising. They sit just above the playoff line as they host El Paso Locomotive, who are re-energized by the mid-season appointment of Wilmer Cabrera as their head coach in that Western Conference showdown. So, licking my chops at those ones, Dean.
All right, and the Brian Ware news and notes. Break them down for us.
Yeah, we got the NorCal rivalry, as you just talked about, taking center stage. Detroit welcoming Rhode Island. That's a big, big game. And then the possible championship final with Louisville taking on Sacramento Republic. We just looked at those, but another chance to dig into those results or fixtures coming up.
I mean, look at Oakland. How can you not pull for a team that is owned by Marshawn Lynch, let alone Jason? Marshawn Lynch, I love that guy. That guy is cool.
That's it. They got some talent in the boardroom there, haven't they?
Indeed, they do.
Sacramento made that U.S. Open Cup quarterfinal, second time in 2 years. Team of the week, MD Myers. North Carolina fans won't want to see him too often this season. He got a hat-trick last week, but yeah, just a really big week for him. Ryan Martin Loudon had a big week. You got Abukara in there and Hugo Farreau as well. Hakeem Ward of Memphis.
Former player here.
Yeah, he was a very solid left back here for North Carolina FC. Corey Bennett of Las Vegas Lights. Wilson Harris, been in the team of the week, I think, more times than I can remember, but congratulations to everyone there.
USL Championship Team of the Week. Congratulations to the Coach of the Week, Coach Martin's got Loudon headed the right way. Right now, the fans here this 4th of July weekend, after the delay, a little bit disappointed. The Miami fans that are around are digging it, though. They lead it 1-0 at the half.
With a family like that to take care of, the 2 of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the 2 of you.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
At Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa, with sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. Again, wishing each and every one of you a glorious extended 4th of July weekend. North Carolina Courage will be here tomorrow. Right now, though, it's North Carolina FC 0, Miami FC 1. Alongside the great Andrew Tate, I'm Dean Lincoln. Let's go to work and show you the first half highlights.
Yeah, he was a good look early on. Luis Perez driving forward, releases Evan Conway, whose shot just dragged agonizingly wide of that left upright. A good early look for the home team, but this was the goal. A hopeful hoik forward from Frank Lopez, but Balogun's not waiting around. Loose touch from Batista. Maguire and him getting all sort of a mix-up. Balogun pounces on the loose ball, dinks the goalkeeper. Great finish from him on his full debut for Miami FC. And that was the goal that was the difference at half-time, but North Carolina kept pressing. Good combination play there with Martin and Conway. But Felipe Rodriguez was equal to everything in that first half. Some of them were a little bit easier than others. This was one straight down the middle. Easy look for the goalkeeper. But this was the Rafa Mensingen drive from 20 yards out. What a save from the young Uruguayan goalkeeper, just 20 years old, flying to his left. Gets a strong right hand on it. A strong, strong contender for goal of the week, save of the week, Dean.
What a strike and an even greater save as you take a look. Shots almost dead even, possession almost dead even, but most important number, Miami FC has found a way to score. You know, Andrew, looking at it again, I still think the way Batista was playing that, you know, like kind of when you're just in that little tussle or whatever, I don't think he counted it as a pass back. That's just my opinion. You know more than me, so.
It's just this, on a night like tonight, Dean, when the surface is as good as it is, but as wet and as slick as it is, you just can't take chances. And for me there, like, whether you're trying to control it or pass it, whatever you're trying to do, you just got to deal with it. And the two of them didn't, and it doesn't matter who points the finger at who. They're 1-0 down, and they've got a lot of work to do.
Well said. Olex Anderson Jr. is into the game, and right away they're going to try to find him. And Olex Anderson is fired up. A little bit banged up. He had some international duty as well, but he certainly looks like he's ready to put a charge into this offense for North Carolina FC. Maldonado with a nice no-look to Conway, who is taken down. The referee's been fairly consistent. Maguire outside of his goal, and that was a long chip right there coming from Frank Lopez, the Cuban that he talked about earlier.
Maguire, I think, knew exactly what was coming.
Tater, that reminded me of the Robbie Cristo bomb, where you were on it before I was.
Hello. Yeah, that one was something else.
Here's Rafa Mensingen. Mensingen back over to Olex Anderson Jr. Pushed a little bit, and he wanted that one, doesn't get it.
Dalton Knudsen, you see him here on screen. He'll know Olex Anderson all too well from his tussles with him when he was playing for South Georgia Tormenta. Some really good battles between North Carolina and South Georgia Tormenta in League One. So he knows all about the speed that Olex Anderson Jr. possesses and the nuisance that he can be. But knowing about it and dealing with it, that's two different things, isn't it, Dean?
Yeah. I tell you, it's not looking like a diamond anymore. It's looking like more like a 5-4-1 for John Bradford's North Carolina FC as they push Conway back over, and they've got Martin and Maldonado kind of side by side. And that's what happens when you take out Hayes and bring in Anderson. You called it. You said it was going to be an attacking player for one of the three holding midfielders, and that's exactly what happened. Another pretty good move here by Miami FC. They stay with it. 48 minutes. I say it all the time, belief and confidence is just such a powerful thing, and I loved your kind of thoughts before we broke down the schedules. You know, we normally spend 90% of the time on North Carolina FC, but I felt like what you said about Miami believing now will mean a lot. I mean, if they can believe and make this happen, Andrew, it'll be huge for them.
Absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, Dean, I've been struggling through the Euros, watching England give every other team a chance, you know, whether it's Slovenia, Slovakia.
One bounce, Balogun and Batista as they continue to hip check, shoulder check, you name it, they're doing it. Batista is like tall, 6'7", but Balogun is almost every bit as tall, but he's thick.
Strong boy. Yeah, and he's a good foil when you look at that front three that Miami have right now. Gavilán is just playing in behind the front two of Lopez and Balogun. They all offer something slightly different. They can go longer into Balogun. They can play into Gavilanes and play through the lines. They can look longer and play in behind for Frank Lopez. So something different for the team in possession.
John Bradford, Mike McGinty, Pekka, the coaching staff, they wanted a card right there. The foul was right in front of John Bradford. A couple things I've seen from John Bradford coming out of halftime and then also putting into light kind of what you thought his message was going to be. And I think you're right. I think it was hard, but I noticed right away he was being positive when North Carolina FC was on the attack. With Olex Anderson Jr. right here. Drop back over Rafa. And how about North Carolina FC? We're tied at ones. Rafa.
Rafa had a quiet first half, but here he's announced his arrival in the second half here. Great work from Olex Anderson to cut it back, and the Brazilian latches onto it and sweeps it in the bottom corner. Right in front of head coach John Bradford. You were just talking about him there, Dean. Big fist pump celebration from him as that one hit the back of the net. Big goal to start the second half. It'll be really interesting now to see how Miami react to that. We talked about confidence. For them, conceding goals has been their kryptonite all season long.
So Rafa Menzigen with his third goal of the season to go with 3 assists. Olex Anderson, his second assist, to go with 3 goals. And now Miami trying to get one back. It's going to roll out of bounds. John Bradford truly paid me off because I'm sure after he said what he said, he probably got out of there. And then when he came back out here, it was all about positivity and encouraging his team and then supporting his player as well right in front on the foul, and then right after that the goal. So he immediately flipped the switch, said what he had to say, and then got back to being positive, and they responded.
Here we go again.
Olex Anderson. The goalkeeper was out for a second. Olex Anderson Jr. Olex Anderson! Oh, man! Tough angle. Just missed it. He did have Brewer making the other run. He wasn't really thinking about Brewer, and he still almost snuck it in.
It's a great ball from Colin Martin. Just finds the seam, and then he's off to the races. And you just know he's going to work the angle for the shot. Dalton Newton agonizingly trying to get a hold of him. Maybe just does enough to knock him off balance as he drags that shot wide of the left upright. But going back to what you were saying about John Bradford, he's not I don't think he is a screamer and a shouter, but I think he'd have got his point across that, look guys, it's not good enough. But yeah, really positive. He'd have believed in the second half that the chances had come, but they've got to go about it in the right way. Just let too many chances go by the wayside in the first half.
Miami on the left side. This one dropped back to Metrano from Venezuela.
And I think I'd sum it up, Dean. It was that probably the Colin Martin chance in the first half that probably summed up the indecision and lack of clinical nature in those key areas. Just kind of taking one too many touches at a crucial point.
Good effort by Cardona from Puerto Rico. It's going to come back to Brewer and North Carolina FC.
For Antonio Nocerino, his halftime team talk almost goes out the window straight away. This is where you find out what your team's made of on a tough run of games. 1 point. Last win was back in April. Do they fold or do they find a way to get themselves back in front?
Rafa. Martin. Rafa Menzigen has made it 1-1 here in the second half. Rafa Menzigen trying to get a corner kick, but it'll be a corner kick for North Carolina FC.
Let's make some noise for the boys on this
corner driven in. They're looking for the Maldonado flick there. Perez. Alex Anderson Jr. just needed to get through one more orange jersey. It did not. We're in minute 55. Ooh, Martin. John Bradford just put his hands on his head right there. I am not a fan of a cheeky move in the center circle. Just not one. Sorry.
In your own half, yeah. Handing the initiative back to the opposition. Yeah, in and around the opposition box. Coach is a little bit more approving of that type of move up nearer the opposition goal as opposed to your own.
Miami FC looking to make a change. First, this free kick dropped into the box. Danger. Again, Miami FC has some big players. Referee going to let them play on and get a chance to get it right back into the box. They do. Still loose. Sent back in one more time. I think they're going to run this one down. As we head into minute 57. Miami FC. Decent little move. But one too many touches coming from Ivanius and Alex Anderson Jr. Let's see, this could be they're not going to give anything?
The referee wasn't sure. There you go. I think he was getting some information from the assistant there. Alex Anderson, though, look at this. The pace he shows and the hunger to try and get on the end of it. Just gets a little nudge. When you're running at that speed, it doesn't take much to knock you off balance. But that's what he brings you. That intensity. I think that then starts to really run through the rest of your team when you see that hunger, that work rate. Sort of injects life into the whole squad. Chasing lost causes and turning them into something.
So Metrano will get the yellow card. Or no, was that Gavilanes that got it?
No, that was Metrano.
Okay, thank you. Looking to come into the game is Jordan Ayimbila, goes by Jordan. He's from Ghana. Wears Jordan on the back of his shirt. And bounce to Rodriguez, who's had to pick one out of the net. Courtesy of Rafa Menzigen. Alex Anderson Jr. deserves a lot of credit for creating that goal and bringing that burst of energy just right off the bat. Olex kind of has that Tiger look, like he might try to win this game on his own here for North Carolina FC. Turnover. Oh, I thought they were on, Andrew.
So did Louis. That was the problem. He hadn't fully controlled it before he was setting off. It was a loose ball from Miami FC playing out the back. getting a little sloppy, both teams here.
Don't question their energy and drive, but just a little off day for Conway and Martin, in my opinion, with some of their touches. Fair or not fair?
No, it's fair. I think Conway could have had 1 or 2 in the first half. Martin definitely had a good 1 or 2 looks, didn't he, as well? I think of that header at the back post and the other one where he combined with Conway. Yeah. Very different game if it had taken advantage of 2 or 3 of those chances, which were really good looks in the first half.
Washington reads that one well. Miami FC with 1 goal in the first half. North Carolina FC with 1 goal in the second half. Brewer trying to do enough on the shield, and be a goal kick coming back to McGuire and North Carolina FC. So here comes the change as Jordan, by way of Ghana, will come in for Knutson. Houston, Texas. So Knutson out, Jordan in.
Coming in, number 3, Jordan Idembila.
So a little reshuffle in the back line as Matrano's now going to get the thankless task of having to go in there and defend Olex Anderson. On a yellow card as well, so we'll have to watch that one closely.
Well done by Conway and Martin. Basically telling me to shove it. A good effort from both of them right there.
I don't think you were questioning their effort, were you, Dean? You were just saying the
Touches
standards
were
they've
off,
set.
yeah.
You expect them to do better in those positions, and Conway couldn't have come any closer, really, with that one that just we saw at half-time, the highlight, just agonizingly past the post. Sometimes those are the worst ones, when you think you've done everything right and somehow it still hasn't gone in the goal. You wouldn't change a thing. I still have nightmares about a few of those from my career.
Here's Brewer. Martin. Olex Anderson Jr. Olex Anderson Jr. pushed down to the ground. Martin. Mentz again. Goes all the way across. Stays in bounds for Brewer. Brewer, find Paredes. North Carolina FC starting to take over. Perez down and how about North Carolina FC? Conway from Perez, and it's 2-1.
Here we'll see it again. Luis Perez, great work here. Not a lot on, so he goes to work on his own. Real patient play from the Frenchman. Just drives it with his right foot. Conway's in the box. Get a better look here. Oh, it's fantastic from Conway. Left foot, little cheeky flick into the bottom corner. I thought it was just deflected in there, Dean. You probably had a better idea than me, but what a finish from Conway. His 5th goal of the season. Great work from Luis Perez. And Evan Conway, take a bow. Take that, Dean.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And look at him go. He's looking for more. Conway. Conway's got Olex Anderson Jr. Conway! Oh, my! And how about North Carolina FC? Take
Oh, and a great look of Antonio Nocerino, head and hands. The game has just turned on its head, and in a straight space of 20 minutes, 3-goal. And it's Gavilanes with just a loose pass. Vetrano tries to clean it up, but loses it. And then it's all about Evan Conway from there. He settles the ball and just bends it. Great work here from the cameraman. This is fantastic angle. Look at this. Just whips it outside the post. No chance for Rodriguez. Conway. Brilliant work from the front man.
Dude, he looks like he's playing in the Urals right now after my comment. No? I mean, from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, 5 years of USL experience. That was a wonder strike right there. And the touch before it, the side of his boot, clean.
Yeah.
Player down for Miami FC. Evan Conway scored 10 goals for San Diego Loyal in the 2023 USL Championship season. Had 2 years of experience in both USL Championship and League One. 35 total USL goals across 4 seasons before this season. He leads the team now with 5. Made his 100th USL regular season appearance on May 4th. Speaking of that, Mikey Maldonado and Jake McGuire today both make their 100th USL appearance. That goal is worth looking at one more time here.
And he just sets it, doesn't he? Sets it and then he just whips it. Rodriguez full stretch, but no match for that. A man full of confidence. I know when John Bradford signed Evan Conway, he had some injuries to start the season, but he kept telling me Conway has something. He's a real live wire. We'll see it again here.
And it will be a yellow card. Conway with goals number 5 and 6 in this game.
And right in front of the Oak City supporters. They've got the yellow cards out as well. Enjoying themselves. I think a little harshly done to. He did get the ball, but the way referees determine those fouls now, when you get a lot of the player, when you're lunging in, a lot of time it's going to be a foul more often than not. And another opportunity for the home team. Change coming here.
All right, change will be number 19, Michael Lawrence. From Pembroke Pines, Florida, is going to come into the game wearing the 1-9.
This one will substitution for Miami FC coming out of the game number 99, Angel Milanes. Coming in at 19, Michael Lawrence.
Perez. Alex Anderson Jr. was calling for it. Perez into the wall. 3-1 now. 3 unanswered here in the second half, including 2 from Conway, who now leads North Carolina FC with 6 goals on the season. Again, Batista gets a little tangled up. Referee lets him play on. The competition is heating up this summer on CBS. Sacramento look for revenge against a red-hot Oakland team on Sunday, July 21st at 4 Eastern. And on August 3rd at 4 p.m., Detroit City hosts Newcomber, Rhode Island for the first time as the USL Summer of Soccer continues on the CBS network. Olex down. Got to give him a lot of credit. It all started with the spark that he brought immediately off the bench.
Yeah. He's like a firework in himself, isn't he, Dean? We got fireworks after the final whistle that John Bradford let one off start of the second half.
'69th minute. Bryce Washington starting to cramp up a little bit.
There. I think he's holding his knee, Dean. That's not a good look for North Carolina.
Craig was out a little bit. Batista was out a little bit. Washington actually did miss a game or two as well earlier in the season. Malou is available, and looks like they'll go to Malou.
I've got to say, though, Dean, that, this game at 1-1, obviously North Carolina got that goal to get themselves back in it, but then that flick from Evan Conway, the first one was, we kind of forget that because we've waxed lyrical about the second one he scored, but the first one, the Perez drive and the flick, incredible goal.
So Malou has now got his penny on. He's not coming in yet, but he does have his jersey on. And Washington's going to limp over, so he's not totally going to come out just yet.
It's hard to see, Dean. I couldn't tell if it was a contact. It must have been a contact injury, because if you're clutching at your knee after nobody touches you.
Alex Anderson Jr.
Trying to claim he took one to the face there. Not happy with the ref not spotting that.
Perez. Referee wasn't ready yet. Now he is. Mikey Maldonado, as North Carolina FC has flipped this game upside down in the second half in the right way for the home team. Maldonado with McGuire, the goalkeeper, making their 100th appearance. Jordan with the long throw. Balogun does well to play it down. And it's going to go. Let's take a look at all three goals. Bing, bang, boom here in the second half. Tic-tac-toe. Let's go to work. 3-1.
Yeah, this was Alex Anderson, the impact he had, setting up Rafa Mensingen. Great cut back there. Then Luis Perez, right foot strike. But it's all about Conway with a deft touch there with the left foot behind the leg. And then Conway really in the groove, cuts back on his favourite left foot and whips it past the outstretched hand of Felipe Rodriguez. 3-1. The home team lead.
Balogun, Conway. Literally 5 minutes after I questioned a couple of his touches.
The opposite of the commentator's curse there, Dean.
Oh my gosh.
I've not seen that too many times.
I mean, he literally turned into Beckham.
They just make you look silly. I think that's what the curse is, isn't it? You tell them they're playing great, they mess it up. You tell them they're having a stinker, and they show you the other way.
Those were two brilliant finishes from number 11. Just outstanding. And to tie it back to you, though, Andrew, that's who you picked to highlight in the open, and he delivered for you.
Thanks, Tim.
You got it, brother. Alex Anderson Jr. looked like he was fouled there. He's working hard. Bounce away from Jordan. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. North Carolina Courage have an afternoon game out here tomorrow. Still some tickets available. Go to nccourage.com and come on out here. Maldonado. Rafa back over to Paco. Now Rafa again. Martin.
Tomorrow, Dean, I think it's the big Olympic send-off, isn't it, for both teams? And what I heard, US swimming's in town as well, so it's a...
Rafa back over. Right in front. Yeah, as you know, my wife does the hospitality for the Olympics. She's leaving on Wednesday. And my boys Ben and Max and myself are going over late July for a couple weeks when NCFC's on the road. Going to see some U.S. women's soccer, U.S. men's soccer, and some USA basketball. We're also seeing USA gymnastics, little golf, table tennis.
Okay, Dean. Enough. Unbelievable.
I know, that was a little bit of...
What a trip.
Zach Galifianakis bragging camp there. I apologize.
Just a little trip to France to watch every Olympic sport going. Okay. Good for you.
Yeah, they're pretty excited.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing right there.
Coincidentally, Leah and I were at the 92 Olympics. I was with U.S. Soccer. She was with the organizing committee. We hadn't met each other yet. So,
full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I'd like to see the U.S. men's soccer team do a little bit more in the Olympics, but I'm a little bit confused on how they set this team up because I think they only took one overage player, and I just don't understand that because I'm pretty sure you get 3. You know, they haven't made it since 2010 on the men's side.
Wow.
Right? The women, I think, have a team that can win the gold medal again. Conway back over. Here's Rafa back in front again. And Olex Anderson Jr. is going to earn a penalty, and they'll point to the spot. And I wonder if Olex wants to take it. He might want to take it.
He's going after the ball. He's walking away from the goal, but he's going to get one thing. And it's just insult to injury for Miami. Olex Anderson, just a wriggly customer in the box there. Just wriggles away from Mitrana, who trips him up clumsily, and referee, no question on that one, gives the penalty. Perez asking the question, are you sure you want to take it? I'm the penalty taker, I think he's saying. I think if anyone was be asking for it, it'd be Evan Conway. He's on a hat-trick.
Yeah.
But no sentiment here.
Looked like Rafa was telling Louis, let him have it. Louis really didn't want to give it up. Olex Anderson Jr. came on to start the second half, a second half that's been dominated by North Carolina FC. The whistle, Anderson, and how about North Carolina FC? A 4-1 lead.
It's all smiles. Olex Anderson Jr. wins the penalty, sends Rodriguez the wrong way, and puts the result beyond doubt now. 4-1. What a turnaround in the second half.
What's he doing with his hands? I don't know that move.
Oh. Antonio Nocerino.
Oh man.
It's happening again. They gave up 4 goals at home to Detroit last week, and it's 4 goals and counting today.
So Mikey Maldonado is going to come out. Raheem Summersall is going to come in. We're going to see Cervania as well. Mikey Maldonado.
The short hyper one, the substitution for Miami FC coming out of the game, number 23, Rocco Gonzalo. Coming in, number 16, Manuel Bota. 78th minute.
Taken away by Raheem Summersall. Raheem Summersall, his first touch. Big time pickoff, drop back over. And almost led to goal number 5. All 4 goals for North Carolina FC coming here in the second half.
It's the same circumstances down in Florida earlier in the season, Dean.
Summersaw had a brilliant start to the season and has kind of lost his spot as he went on international duty. I thought he was really good to start the season.
Yeah. Just hasn't been able to get into the rhythm, has he, and get locked down the start. He was fantastic last year, and I think we praised him week after week. Just hasn't been able to pry his way into the team. But it shows the strength of the squad that John Bradford's put together this season. We were able to bring on Alex Anderson off the bench, Raheem Summersall, and more reinforcements to come.
Justin Malou looks like he's going to come in. I don't think our main man, Larry McLean, caught it, but I mean, I know he thought it. Malou, when he had to take off his shirt to get ready, I know Larry was like, God, that looks like Dean. Right? He had to think it for a second,
yes.
Like looking in the mirror or not so much?
Quick look back there, Dean, right? Second take. I need a second take. Is that Dean Lincoln?
Dude, Malou is a brick house, man. He's just got muscles on top of muscles. So obviously I'm joking in my dreams. As here comes Batista. So Batista's going to stay in the game. I feel like Malou, if he does come in, is going to come in for Bryce Washington, who's still favoring that knee just a little bit. If you weren't paying attention, that was a fat joke at my own expense.
So don't start that, Dean. I can get involved in those. We'll be here all day.
DaCosta. Oh, come on, Perez.
I feel like Perez saw his number come up there and just tried to hide from it.
Martin's going to come out for Cervania. And my main man Malou still not coming in. I just based on I've been watching Washington a lot. He keeps grabbing at that right knee periodically. I mean, I guess if it was bad enough, he would go tell the coach, right?
You'd like to think so.
He just kind of did a wave off, so maybe he's going to try to run this one out.
Yeah, it might be one of those where you just get a little bit of a bang on the knee and they're sore for a second, and more of a contact injury than anything too troubling.
Craig. Speaking of muscles, dude, Rafa is freaking jacked too.
Yeah, those thighs. Looks like Zerdan Shaqiri. He doesn't skip leg day, does he?
No. Oh my gosh. What a player. Yeah, he was fun to watch today.
Yeah, he scored a great goal against Scotland in the group stages.
83rd minute.
My father-in-law commented he's wider than he is tall. He's quite a unique specimen.
He really is.
But what a player, what a left foot.
And he's got speed. It's like full package. Power, obviously. All right, Andrew, I know you don't want me to do it to you, but U.S. soccer fans not happy with the early exit for the U.S. team. World Cup is coming to the U.S. in 2026. A little drama around Mr. Berhalter. What's your take there?
I mean, whenever something goes wrong, it's always the manager's fault, right? So I think it's just one of those. It's like the same with England and France and every country around the world. If you don't win, then we're going to blame the manager. At the end of the day, I think I'm looking at the players. I think they had chances in that game against. I'm struggling to think who it was against. Was it Columbia? No.
Well, the red card killed him in that second game against Panama.
It was the Panama game, and then who did they play in the last game? Why am I drawing a blank?
Why am I drawing a blank? Was it Uruguay?
It was Uruguay, because Uruguay had already qualified. I mean, they had chances, that, some of the camera work in that game as well. They're working out. So I think the way I look at it, Dean, just like the hosting of the event, like CONMEBOL, they're working out the kinks and figuring out what works. I'd keep Berhalter, and I don't think it's worth reinventing the wheel. I think it's just a lesson for the players. You watch Uruguay, you watch Colombia, you watch Brazil, the things they do to win a game, Dean, it's maybe not what everyone's cup of tea, but they'll do anything. They'll die on the field to win. And I think sometimes English, American, a little bit too honest, a little bit too naive at times.
Folks at home are asking themselves, same thing I am, is did Andrew Tate give an answer there or not?
I think I said yes. Well, keep him. That's what I said. I think you keep Berhalter.
Okay.
I would keep him.
Okay.
I think you learn from your decisions that you make. You learn who you can trust. I think to restart over and rip it all up again, I don't know if that fixes your problem. But at the end of the day, the players that you have are the players that you have. You can't go out and buy new ones.
There you go. That was said with confidence.
Well, England have stuck with Southgate, and we're in a semi-final again. So sometimes it's better the devil you know. No one's perfect. This has been a good double header for Mr. Paco Craig against his old club, Miami. He's one of who's approaching the 200 club, Dean, as we're talking about players in the 100.
Not on McGuire today. Somersault. Wow, pretty good ball to Olex Anderson Jr., who lost it in the 18. Somersault's had two brilliant plays. Conway. Cervania. Cervania has had to probably do a lot of self-motivation, that type of thing. He played a ton last year, started a lot of games, and this year just the minutes have not been there for Cervania. And yet, I haven't heard any major attitude issues or anything like that.
No, he keeps plugging away.
Miami FC. Craig. It's going to be a corner kick coming for Miami.
Great defender from Bryce Washington on the cover there as Paco Craig did his best to try and keep pace with Frank Lopez. Washington across to block the cross and concede the corner.
All right, fans, let's make a chant. Keep it out for this Alpaca opposing corner kick.
'88th minute. Corner kick coming for Miami. One bounce down, and McGuire will use the clock here. Tells the team to head on down as we're in minute 88. Always good to spend time before the game with Austin Deleuze, one of the all-time greats of the franchise, now working in the front office. Guy's a selling machine. He's doing really well. He's the reason why you see Emerge Ortho on the front of the jersey, and they've added a few other ones. Well done.
He was a creator on the field. Now he's a creator off the field.
That's well said. Rafa was looking for Somersault. Malou is going to work his way into the game. 1-0 at the half. Miami FC leading. The response, 4 goals, including a brace from Evan Conway. We started the show after a 40-minute delay talking about number 11 Conway. I actually questioned some of his touches and Bing, bang, boom. He's got 2 of the 4s. Somersault. DaCosta's in the game, in case you were wondering. Left side. 90th minute. It's going to be a corner kick coming for Miami. All right, you got to go first on the added time this time.
5.
Gosh, he's so smart.
I think I might have gone a bit heavy on that team, but we'll see.
Oh, you're just playing mind games with me.
Hey. Over, under.
I'm going to say 4, only because it's 4-1, and I feel like this referee thinks about those things, but
I think Justin Malou coming in wearing number 4 is just totally throwing you as well. You're just seeing 4s.
I think you got it with 5. I mean, I think I'm drawing. Oh, I got it. Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I do. Okay. So your added time brought to you by Town Properties, another company that Austin Duluth has brought us. Town Properties, remember the E, TOWNE. Another great addition to an excellent collection of sponsors for both North Carolina FC and the North Carolina Courage. So is the swimming team coming tomorrow as well, or
that's what I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
The Olympians from both teams will be honored, and then U.S. swimming.
That's big time.
Yeah. I watched some of the Olympic trials because I have family in Indianapolis, and watched some of those there because they did it at another big event at Lucas Oil, which was just incredible how you turn a football stadium into a swimming pool. I'll never know, Dean.
Yeah. Conway. I'll lose some street cred, which I do every game I call. I went to the Taylor Swift concert in Paris a month or 2 ago, and that's where the swimming is going to be held. So they're turning that into a swimming pool. DaCosta. Shot from distance. Deflected away. So the goalkeeper from Uruguay has seen a lot of shots here in the second half.
There's an awkward tackle / lunge there from Evan Conway. I don't know if that's cramp or just didn't look comfortable as he challenged for that ball.
Somersault with 2 4s on the back of his jersey as we are in added time, expecting 4 minutes of added time. We've already played a couple of those. 3 massive points for North Carolina FC, who was trailing at the half and responded in a big way. Conway, brilliant. Somersault. Can he find Olex Anderson Jr.? That'll be the goal. Goes over his head. DaCosta pushed to the ground, and I think they're going to point to the spot and give a yellow. Oh, are they calling him a dive? They call a dive on DaCosta?
Yeah. I'm not quite sure. Wow. I think we had 2 + 2 and came up with 5 there. I mean, to not give the penalty, I can maybe understand, but I don't know.
That did not look like a dive, actually. I mean, he got hit, right?
Yeah.
And then he even got
I think a penalty would be harsh. And on the flip side of that, I also feel a yellow card for diving is a little harsh. But
number 16, Rodrigo DaCosta.
Rodrigo. Young man can't buy one with his new team.
Thankfully, they don't need the goals of DaCosta today. But yeah, they need future games coming up. They'll want to get him firing on all cylinders.
McGuire will try to take the wind out of these final 20 seconds here. 3 massive points for North Carolina FC, who will improve to 5, 6, and 6. 21 points. They'll be 3 back of Birmingham Legion. 4 back of Loudoun United. Conway for Olex Anderson Jr. And that is the whistle. Quick thought, we're not done here, as we got to send it to break, but quick thought, Olex Anderson Jr. outstanding, Conway as well. North Carolina FC wins it 4-1.
Yeah, game of 2 halves. I thought Miami deserved to be ahead at the break. A little lackadaisical from North Carolina, but they flipped the script on its head in the second half and ran out comfortable winners in the end.
All right, we'll be back to wrap it up here on ESPN Plus. Stay with us. Your final score again. How about North Carolina FC, a 4-1 winner over Miami FC?
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
You'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa, with sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it alpaca.
How about North Carolina FC? They were trailing 1-0 at the half, and then the man smiling, just wiping the sweat from his eyes. Evan Conway got a brace. Olex Anderson Jr. got him rolling. And your final score, North Carolina FC 4, Miami FC 1. Dean Linky with Andrew Tate. Let's go to work and show you the highlights in this one.
Yeah, this was a low light for North Carolina. Lamar Batista getting all in a mix-up there with goalkeeper Jake Maguire. Khalid Balogun wasn't messing around. He pounced on a loose ball and put the visitors in front. This was an unbelievable save from Rodriguez. Rafa Menzigen asking everything of the young goalkeeper, but he was equal to it, flying through the sky to tip it over the bar. There was 1-0 at the half, but an inspired second-half sub. Olex Anderson Jr. cutting the ball back to Rafa Menzigen, and it was 1-1, just like that. Within 5 minutes of the second half, the scores were level, and they weren't done there. Luis Perez working his magic, some loose defending, just fires one across the box. Evan Conway on the 6-yard box with the deftest of touch there, just the inside of his left foot, caresses it in the bottom corner, past Rodriguez. And then it went from bad to worse. Gavilane's loose pass, Matrano makes a mess of it, and then Evan Conway does the rest. Cuts back on the left foot and just whips it outside the upright, past the goalkeeper, and bends it back in. What a finish.
Goal of the week potential right there.
Absolutely. But Olex Anderson, he got the assist for the first goal in the second half and caps it off from the penalty spot. He won the penalty and stepped up and converted. It was a big second half. Shots on target. Miami really didn't create anything in the second half. Corners, but just a really dominant second half performance from the home team.
So for Joe Ferrara, Ryan Lutz, Ian Lang, Ryan Moeller, Tanner King, Colin Thrash, Ethan Ferrara, Brian Ware, Larry McLean, Daniel Bentley, Kyle Lang, Emily as well, the great Andrew Tate. I'm Dean Linky saying, how about North Carolina FC? They beat Miami FC by a score of 4-1. You saw it all right here on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.